too. And I've been preaching it on streams. I'm all about the sharing the tribalism. Over at Rare Evo, there was no tribalism. I love that. Everybody was all about trying to work together, and that's how it should be. So Hive is another blockchain, like she said, similar to Wax, different from Wax, but a lot of similar positives, and works well together. So with that, as a little segue, and if anyone has more questions, just holler. You can also even DM in here if you're gonna hang out, Crimson. Yeah, you can DM on here or do Twitter or anything else. But Crypto Shots is here too, and Sniper is the fearless leader of Crypto Shots, and this is one game that is taking advantage of the multi-chain. Uses Wax and Hive. He's got tokens and NFTs on both. And both Hive users and Wax users are playing, which is great. So is your mic on, Sniper? Are you good now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear
Excellent.
me? Awesome. Hi, guys.
And he's
Thanks
the
for
one
having me.
that's screen sharing on this wall next to us. So if anybody
That's right.
wanted to watch that in 3D mode like we are, great. But if you wanted to click on it and click zoom, then it'll go full screen, and then you'll see it. And I'm still streaming too on Twitch at NFTopia. And one last thing before I let you go here, we still have our bounty block contest for our Wax people anyway, right here, and you only have like 15 more minutes on that. All right, go ahead. Show us what you got there, Sniper.
Yeah, I want to start saying why I decided to build on Hive. As you may know, I built both on Wax and on Hive, and the choice came from the fact that both are feeless. But what's different about Hive is also that it's more decentralized. It's run by the community. And it's very reliable. It never froze.
Yeah. Can I interrupt you one more time, sure. Quick? We just got a raid from NFT Gamer TV. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. And we're hanging out at NFTopia, bit.ly/NFTopia Lite. You can pop in right now. And we're doing an AMA with Crypto Shots and Hive. We're a little behind on the Crypto Shots part. So if you want to come in, go ahead. If not, you can keep watching. And there's lots of giveaways in here too. All right, carry on.
Yeah, I want to say, summarize real quick why we built on Hive. As Krim said brilliantly, it's super fast, usually less than 3 seconds for a transaction to go through. There are no fees, so it's easy for us to send microtransactions, whether that's a liquid Hive or staked Hive, or same for our token, staked token or liquid token. And you can track for free. You just stake some of your Hive. And then at any time you can decide, actually, I want my money back. I use the platform for free. I want my money back. And in 13 weeks, you have the full amount. Every week you get a little bit until you get the full amount. And it's decentralized. It never froze its entire history. Despite that, it's run by the community. There isn't a company behind it running it, and it's super cheap compared to. I believe on Wax it costs like 10 grand to run a node. On Hive it costs $40. So you can run your node on your server, and you can become part of the network, and also be rewarded for it if you gain enough votes for people that stake Hive. It's also there are some funds distributed in the form of a DAO that can help projects become more successful. For example, that's how we got to conventions, thanks to the funds that are reserved in the DAO. There's a rich ecosystem of apps built on it, so blogging, video, live streams, DeFi gaming. All you want is there. A stablecoin that you can use also to sustain your game. So, for example, we stake there about $1,000, and then the interest that we get every month from that, we give it back to our players, for example. So it's a way to sustain the game without having to always sell stuff to players. It's been around for 7 years. I'm not sure if Krim mentioned this. So first, there's a legacy chain that we forked off, but it's been around for 7 years. There's been a hostile takeover. That's how the chain war was created, and there's also a movie that just came out about it. So it's pretty cool. It's also energy efficiency, same as Wax, since it uses decentralized proof of stake. It doesn't use a proof of work. And another cool thing is that you build your game on a social platform, a social blockchain, so you can also blog about it. So you blog about what you're building, and you can get also some extra rewards for that you can use to sustain the game. it's all circular. That's why that's one of the main reasons because I love it. Then let's take a step back and let me explain a little bit what we do, who we are. There's some topics that I can talk about, or feel free to ask questions, and I can divert anytime towards one of those. Let's start from who we are. We've been around for over 2 years now. We started building in October 2021. We have 10 people in the core team with developers, designers, 3D artists, illustrators. We have 4 people managing our community and 4 partner streamers. What I like one of the things I like the most about our game, first of all, many play-to-earn games out there are more clickers, more idle. So I like how dynamic our game is. The gameplay is much better compared to some of the old initial games that were on the chain. Also, I think one of our strong point, one of our strengths is our art. We have a strong team of designers that are very talented, and they always put out some amazing art. It's a shame that it gets so small in NFTs. When you create a GIF, it has to be 7.
Heyo, I think we're all getting booted or something. Oh. There it goes. Hello. We're getting some issues here. We're getting some issues. Well, right now I can't hear anything. I'm refreshing. Whoops. So, my bars right now are not bad. Am I really low in the Twitch right now?
In a warehouse, the second level in a cargo spaceship, and third one on Mars. And a few months ago, we also launched the alpha of the PvP version of our game. At the moment, it's only available in the third level of the game. This gives you an idea. And soon we're going to also launch the other 2 maps for PvP. First, we want to integrate the spaceships, the lands that allow you to travel between the different game levels, like same thing that we did on Mars. Let's talk a bit about community, what we're doing there in our, basically most of our updates, if you want to follow us, are on Twitter. Unfortunately, we still use some Web2 stuff because we have good following there. But yeah, as much as we can, we also post blogs on our Pict, on our Hive blog on Pict. So that's cryptoshots.nft. But the main of our community would say it's at the moment it's on Discord, and it's also because we have a few activities going on there. We have people as interact with other players can automatically win some of our NFTs that increase a little bit the rewards in the game. Plus, we also have a mining, like a mini game, a mining bot that we launched back in November 2021. So it's been around for 2 years, and it has been used since it launched back then for 2 years. It has been put in on the Hive blockchain, so it's powered by Hive. That's the very first thing we used for this project, the first blockchain before we launched on Wax. Plus, you can also get some ammo interacting with our funny Tokenomics bot. We launched earlier this year a ChatGPT tipping bot that supports both Hive and Wax tokens. We slowed down a little bit development on that to focus on the game, but soon we're gonna resume again adding more and more features because it gives them use cases to our token, so it helps us sustain the token and NFTs in the game. Plus, every weekend now, we try to engage with the community. We have some poker tournaments where you can win our NFTs. We have some smart cards smart card games where you can play against each other with NFTs. But most of all, what we like to do the most are our tournaments. We have four PvP tournaments every weekend. Here in the bottom right corner, you can see we also have an integration with Discord, so our affiliated streamers can start a tournament, and they can every time they finish a match, the stats of all the players are posted on our Discord real time. Every time a match is completed for the streamer, and when the tournament ends, then it tells who got the best kill death ratio, the most kills, and the most wins for all the matches, and based on that, the players win some of our NFTs. This is the calendar, the monthly stuff.
Daniel Spider don't get the first place.
Okay. The monthly events, you can see it's mostly events for our tokens, like how we burn it every couple of weeks. But my focus is I want to be on the weekly events. Here, if you want to join one of our tournaments, it's free. You can just use a guest username, and if you perform well, you can win some of the NFTs. Or also, if you feel like you're not a good player, but you just want to join, you can still win prizes thanks to the raffle that we do automatically every time the bot completes a tournament. I want to say some words about the sustainability of our game and how we think that play-to-earn games should work, and how Hive as well, in particular, can help games become sustainable. So we came up with tons of try to add use cases to our token over and over. So we have about 12 for one of our token, and 4 for the second tokens of ours. But it's always hard to for people to just not extract and dump them. So how can a game be sustainable and try to make it so that users value the tokens, NFTs of the game, and it's not just poor extraction because it's not sustainable. So we came up with a few ideas. So, as you know, one of the main use cases are that you can use our token in our marketplace. You can get some yield by staking it. You can use it to start scholarships to play our game. You can use it for spaceship to travel between different levels of the game. You can use it to purchase ammo, life, or oxygen when you're not at time. You can use it as a registration fee for our mini game in Discord, and also to unlock some features of our ChatGPT tipping bot. It's never enough. So the idea now is also to we're going to launch a ranked inventory where based on your game experience and how much you stake on our token, you'll be able to unlock the purchasing of some of the items in our inventory for a fixed price in our token. And also, we're going to introduce some maintenance fees because it doesn't make sense that you purchase a $5 starter kit and then you can extract forever. So there's going to be some, to make it more sustainable, there's going to be some maintenance fees. But the cool thing is that on Hive, I've been working on a couple other projects for a few years. It's been 5 years for Mark Nazario, and a little bit less for Keys Defender. These are projects on Hive. The first one is a curation bot. Basically, it promotes users that post quality content on the blockchain, and at all-time high, it was worth it had about $80,000 of Hive in it, so it has a lot of voting power. So by voting users, it also, as Grim said, there's a 50-50 split between the people that get voted and the person that votes. What happens with these funds now, how we make the game more sustainable, is that the funds that we get from this bot now end up into the reward pool for our shooter. So when you play our PvP tournaments, where is the money coming from? That's one. So there's a bit of funds coming from high inflation. Plus, in Karina, as I mentioned, our ChatGPT tipping bot, we want to add more and more features. Like someone may be familiar with the Gina bot on Hive. That's kind of the idea, but we want to be able to do many things, like interacting both with the Hive blockchain and also with the Hive sidechain Hive engine. Plus, I also have another project called Keys Defender that helps secure the network, because people sometimes accidentally leaks their keys, or some malicious actor try to try to post like to do malicious things on the chain, and that bot helps with that. The idea is that it's going to be integrated into Carina on Discord, and there's going to be basically in both services. People are going to be able to use our token to unlock some additional features or some subscription with the higher benefits. It's not all. So as I mentioned, the creation bot is currently what's sustaining the game. But we also have other ways. For example, we already integrated Hive engine rewards, meaning that any project on Hive can decide to, if it's valid, if you say, okay, people will probably care about you sponsoring the game, they can put up some of their token, and it gets automatically issued to player every time they win. That's already integrated. Plus, also, we just launched a witness for crypto shots. So it's basically we are quotes mining Hive. We are a witness. We are producing blocks, and we're going to announce that 90% of the earnings from this witness are going to go back to the players, back to the PvP reward pool, and that's where players will get compensated from. Because that's a common issue. Like most play-to-earn project fails because they either are Ponzi that don't realize it, but at the end of the day they're Ponzi, or they just rely on your users as X liquidity. They always try to sell them stuff, and that doesn't work well when liquidity contracts global liquidity. So, for example, when you have bear markets. So this would be, for transparency, this would be where the money would be coming from. There's going to be more high rewards going to our PvP pools, and is it sustainable? Well, it depends how many players we get. Then at a certain point, when there are too many players, then we'll also add a requirement that you need to stake a certain amount of our token in order to be able to play. That way, it's going to be sustainable for our token, for our NFTs. We also have other 3 ways to sustain the rewards pool that are work in progress. One is a yield token on Hive that will allow any project on Hive to transform their token into a yield token and even a governance token. That's the idea. We also have we already planned an on-chain advertisement system that uses on Hive to integrate into different systems. And this is what I like the most. I want, if you're familiar with our past on Wax, we sold some spaceships as land, so people were able to buy parts of these spaceships. And now we want to give. We want to first of all put them out also on Hive, and we want people that own a spaceship part to be able to vote on which token to accept for travel. So when people need to travel between different levels, they will have a different option. They will be able to pay with our token, or they can choose a token from one of their favorite communities, because the owners of the spaceships decided we want this token listed at this price. So spaceship owners can compete on which token to list and what price in order to gain players. And the idea is that 50% of those tokens used for travels will be burned. So projects will be interested in getting listed in our spaceships. Then we were thinking 10% goes to spaceship owners, 10% to us, and the remaining 30% goes into the reward pool. So as people play, depending on which level they want to play, because it's rewarded with a different token for a different project, they try to get to the level and try to earn that token. So I think this is pretty cool and makes the game more sustainable. That's what we had in mind. Regarding the game, our focus is still to make it cross-platform. As you know, for now, we can only play in the browser. It has its advantages, of course. You don't have the load. You need to download some sketchy file from a website you never heard before. So in this case, you can just play directly from the browser. Some games are 20 gigabytes to download. This one instead, you need to load it just 70 megabytes cached in a browser and loaded incrementally as you progress into the game. But we also, being browser-based, we also have plans. We already built some prototype to port these on mobile browsers and also on VR browsers. We already have work in there, but we need to do quite a bit of more work to have it ready for launch. We also already built a front end to put our 3D models in augmented reality, so be able to see it in the real world and interact with them. And Been thinking also doing desktop version of the game. That's down the line, integrating with other system, and there's a secret platform that we're not going to announce until we actually start working on. Regarding the roadmap for PvE version of the game, we recently launched openable loots. So now it's a bit more fun, I believe. You go around the levels and you can find ammo, you can find shields, you can find life recharge. It's pretty cool. You can also find passes. So you find passes in the loots, in the boxes, and then you can open them to open certain areas of the maps in the following levels. That's already live. What's coming next is also that people will be able to grind these resources and sell them in a batch. So, for example, if they grind the game and collect 50 keys, then they can sell them as an NFT. Someone can decide, okay, I want to get those. I don't want to spend 2 hours playing. I just get the batch of keys so that it's easier for me to complete the game. We also want to launch time survival mode. It's already in progress. Priority is always shift, so we start working on it, then you park it, and then you work on other things. But basically, players the goal of the players won't be to kill all the enemies anymore. It will be to survive for 10 minutes. So yeah, it's going to be fun. PvP roadmap, as you know, we launched the rewards integration. So every time players win a match, they earn some of our token at any time of the play. If they win and if they play at least 4 minutes, and if their KDR was at least 1, during tournaments instead, they also automatically earn for every win a Hive, that, as I mentioned, come from the reward pool with the different ways of filling it, and also sponsor tokens. When someone sponsors one of our tournaments, they also receive a fraction of the sponsor tokens. We also launched 3 game modes, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, and Free For All, and more going to come in the future. What we are focusing now, what's coming next, is the full NFT integration, because for now only the PvP pass is limited and allows you to earn the rewards. You can play anytime without a pass, but you won't earn rewards with it. Instead, with the full integration of NFTs, characters as in PvE will give you more playing time, weapons. Then there's going to be weapon skins and spaceships integrated into the game. It's not going to be pay to win though. We want it to remain skill based. And the reward system will be tweaked a bit to be more sustainable. Okay, I think we are short of time, so I just want to say a couple of words on the Mazer tournament. It will take place in 1 hour. There are $228 in Hive up for grabs for players. It starts at 10 p.m. UTC. Yeah, that's in 1 hour. It's free to join, so you can simply navigate to cryptoshots.com and go to our game. You can choose PvP and join any room in the USW region. You're automatically in. You can log in as a guest, and if you do so, just post a screenshot in our Discord so that we know that's your username, so we can send you the prizes. And if you start logging with a Hive or Wax account, you need a PvP pass because of the automatic rewards that you get when you use a Hive or Wax account. There's going to be about 15 streamers from Mazer Gaming. They're hosting this game. They were on quite Telegraph, so they're a big deal. And we tripled the rewards. So every time you win a match, you win 3 Hive instead of 1, just during this tournament. So we canceled the other tournaments for this weekend. We're only doing this one with triple rewards. And the best performers of the game are going to win $100 in a Hive, 50, 30, 20. 50, 30, and 20. That's how they're going to split based on best KDR, most kills, and most wins. There are also some NFT prizes. For example, some of the Halloween skins. There is a flash sale going on until Monday, by the way, if you want. There are only 10 items for each of these skins, so they're pretty rare. And some of the other NFTs that they're giving away in this tournament are Korean Cyber Girls, starter packs, shields, and so on. Keep an eye also on our poker tournament and Smash Cards tournaments. Keep an eye on the NFTopia account. There's going to be some tweets about it.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. So if you want to actually see the gameplay happening, 1 hour out on the patio, there's a tournament. So you didn't go through any gameplay here, but it's like first-person shooter, graphics, 3D, all that. You went through a lot of technical stuff here, a lot of good info. If it piqued anybody's interest and you want to know more, just hit Sniper up. He'll hook you up. And And yeah, we appreciate you doing this. Yeah, we should switch. We have events for the rest of the evening, including that tournament. So that's awesome. And it's thank you all for joining in here. By the way, we had that giveaway